Welcome back, Canisius College, to another episode of Griff Sports. I'm your affable host, Joe Rutigliano, rejoined at the desk by middle hitter for the women's volleyball team, Roxanne Hernandez. Welcome back to the desk, Rox.
Thanks, Joe. Today we'll hand out our end-of-the-year awards, but first we'll take a look at the past week for the Griffs. The baseball team started a three-game series against the Indiana State Sycamores on Friday, April 18th. In the first game of the series, the Griffs hosted the Sycamores at the Dembski Sports Complex and came out with a 3-1 win. With all four spring sports playing at home this weekend, the baseball team was forced to play the second game of the set in Batavia, New York, at the home of the Batavia Muck Dogs, where they continued their winning ways with a 5-4 win over Indiana State. The Griffs' luck ran out, unfortunately, in the final game of the series as they dropped that game by a score of 8-4 back at the familiar confines of the Dembski Sports Complex.
Quite a mouthful there, Rox. Nice job. After a day off, the Griffs baseball team took a short drive to Amherst, New York, where the Griffs took on the UB Bulls in a doubleheader matchup on April 22nd. The Griffs dominated the Bulls, coming out with a big 15-3 victory in the first game, and were able to squeeze out a 2-1 win in the second game. And on Wednesday, the baseball team returned home to face off against the Penguins of Youngstown State. The Griffs came out on top in a close 7-6 victory. It was actually a walk-off win over Youngstown State. Senior pitcher Mike Tolsma threw 5 scoreless innings for the Griffs, and sophomore right fielder Brett Siddle, 2 RBIs in the win for the Griffs offensively.
Moving on to the women's lacrosse team, they squared off against the Monmouth University Hawks at home on Saturday, April 19th. The Griffs annihilated the Hawks with a 16-9 win. The team was back in action last night against Niagara and came out with another 7-goal win, beating the Purple Eagles by a score of 19-12. A big congratulations goes out to Tori Quinn from everyone at Griff Sports for being named MAC Offensive Player of the Week from her showing in the Monmouth game. Quinn ended the game with 4 goals to go along with 3 assists. Congrats, Tori.
And the men's lacrosse team welcomed the Virginia Military Institute to the Dembski Sports Complex on April 19th. The team handled the Keydets of Virginia Military Institute with ease en route to a 19-7 victory. Sophomore Billy Jacoby and junior Brandon Bull both added 4 goals each for the Griffs. Junior goalie Alex Giovanetio stopped a career-best 14 shots for his 3rd straight game.
And this past week, the softball team had 2 doubleheaders, first against the Siena States on April 19th and another against Niagara on April 21st. The Griffs split the doubleheader against the Saints with a 6-0 win, followed by an 8-7 loss later in that day. This past Monday, the Griffs started off the doubleheader against Niagara with a 4-0 win, however, could not keep up the momentum and wound up losing 11-5 out in Lewiston, New York.
And in the upcoming week, the baseball team travels out to Poughkeepsie, New York, to face off against the Red Foxes of Marist with a doubleheader on Saturday and the final game coming on Sunday. The team then travels back to the Dembski Sports Complex for another doubleheader against Cornell on April 29th. The men's lacrosse team will also travel to Marist. They will take on Marist on Saturday, April 26th. That's the final game of the regular season before they head back for the MAC tournament the following weekend.
And moving back over to the women's lacrosse team, they're welcome back to the Dembski Sports Complex on April 26th to play against the Fairfield Stags at 12 o'clock. The softball team has a busy next couple of days, playing in 3 doubleheaders at the Dembski against Syracuse, Rider, Monmouth, and Colgate in the next week.
And don't go anywhere, but coming up, we'll hand out our end-of-the-year awards for male and athletes of the year, then male and female rookie of the year. But first, we're going to have Rox over there with our, in Studio B with our male rookie of the year, and we'll talk about Chris Manhertz later on. And Alex Bielman and John Langley will be on the show. Stay right there.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun. Wake the sun.
Welcome back to Griff Sports. With this being our final show of the semester, it's only fitting to hand out our end-of-the-year awards, and let's start with Female Rookie of the Year. And there were many great newcomers to the Lady Griffs, but here at Griff Sports, we feel that no one has contributed more than softball infielder Lindsay Silfer in her first year with the team. Silfer has started all 38 games the team has played. She's hitting .355 with 13 RBIs and is currently on the field helping the team as they try to take down the Syracuse Orange on the Dembski Sports Complex. So we'd like to congratulate Lindsay, and we look forward to seeing you out there for the rest of the 3 years that you're here. Now we're going to head over to Studio B with Rox to see who we've picked for our Male Athlete of the Year.
And a congratulations to Shane Conacher, our freshman forward from the Ice Griffs. You were recently named, obviously, Rookie of the Year. How does it feel to achieve that?
I mean, it's awesome. Obviously, it's a great honor. There's so many good freshman athletes that are in the class this year, and to be chosen out of all those people, it was a great honor to be.
Good. What is the biggest adjustment that you would say you had to make moving from, let's say, or moving up, or stepping up rather, to the college level?
Probably I'd have to say the speed, and obviously the size of the guys are a lot older, and I'm playing against like 23, 24-year-olds, and the speed, and you don't have much time with the puck out there. I mean, you can only have it on your stick for a couple seconds, so you got to make decisions fast out there. And I mean, obviously you can't really make mistakes out there because a lot of the teams capitalize on those. So.
All right. Well, you fared very well, obviously achieving this award. What are some of the goals that you and the team have talked about looking forward to next season now that you guys have the opportunity to practice?
I'd have to say, obviously, you'd want to get back to the Atlantic Hockey Championship and win that, and we want to plant our seed at the NCAA tournament and hopefully win a game there. And obviously the big picture is to win it all one year. And so, I mean, we're taking baby steps towards that, and hopefully we can have our winning successful next season.
Yeah. And what are some of your personal goals that you've set for yourself to kind of help improve your game, maybe looking forward to next season?
I haven't really thought of personal goals, but I mean, obviously I want to get bigger and stronger and faster and be able to play at the top of my game next year and hopefully contribute to the team's success.
Well, Shane, congratulations on the great season, and here's hoping the team will continue their winning ways. When we come back, the moment you've all been waiting for, Male and Female Athletes of the Year. Come on back. This is #GriffSports.
There was one day that we had just done the cardiovascular unit, in class that day. And then right after class, I went over to the Vascular Institute, volunteered, put the scrubs on. And one of the doctors asked me if I wanted to see an open heart surgery. And so I said, yeah, really? Sure.
I came into Canisius as obviously as a freshman, not really sure what I wanted to do. I ended up taking a digital media arts class, and that really just kind of jump-started my career.
And I think being where we are in the city and in the world with the medical campus that we have here is really an opportunity that I wouldn't have anywhere else.
It's more than just academics. Meet different people. Go out and do things. There's so much more to college. It's an experience.
I instantly fell in love with doing video work, graphic design. I started pursuing more and more opportunities in the school, whether it was doing admissions videos on the sides. I did a couple videos for alumni relations, the president of the college, and then I actually got noticed last year, and they sent me over to the Philippines to create a feature-length documentary.
I lived with a host family while I took classes in Spanish with Spanish professors at the University of Oviedo, and I was a Spaniard for a semester, and it was the best decision I made as a college student.
Welcome back to #GriffSports once again, and we've had a lot of great female athletes participate this year and contribute to all the Griffs programs. However, at #GriffSports, none have been more impressive than our choice for Female Athlete of the Year, Maria Cotis, who's next to me here at the desk. Congratulations on being named our Female Athlete of the Year. Now, last year, women's lacrosse team made it to the NCAA tournament, took on Penn State, unfortunately falling 14-13. To graduation, lost Lindsey Morgan. Morgan Leonard, some heavy contributors offensively and defensively for the women's lacrosse team. As a senior leader coming into this year, what did you personally have to do to bring it back and know that this program wasn't going to lose a step?
Yeah, I definitely knew I had to step up losing Lindsay and Morgan, but I also knew I had to become more of a leader out there for the younger players. We have those weapons on offense, but it's just getting those girls confident and ready to step up. Ashley Bull, Caroline, a lot of girls, they have the tools to be successful, and I think the reason we've been successful in the MAC is because we've had players step up every year.
Yeah, and speaking of the MAC, last year went 6-0 in conference play, kind of breezed through it almost. This year, not as easy, kind of a little bit of a tougher schedule MAC play-wise, and also women's lacrosse opened up with number 1 and number 2 in the nation. How has that that play and the schedule really shaped your play as a team? Kind of the rest of the way here.
Mm-hmm. This season's definitely been a roller coaster ride, but I think that's a good thing. You don't want to be consistent throughout the entire year. We want to be peaking towards the end of the season, and playing number 1 and 2 in the nation definitely gives us confidence. We lost to Marist, so we didn't go 6-0 or planning to in the MAC, but that gives us a reality check a little bit, and now we have the bitter taste in our mouth and want to get that win when it counts in the MAC tournament.
And I'm sure that seeing them celebrate as if they won the MAC championship on our field probably wasn't the greatest thing to kind of see on the tape afterwards. Now, the game after Marist, Quinnipiac, you go down to Hamden, Connecticut, and big game. Winning the game 23-15, you had 14 points in that game. Can you just explain how that happened?
Coming off the Marist loss, there is definitely upset about that, and as a captain and senior leader, you feel that part of that falls on you. So we knew we had to bounce back with a huge win, so I was doing everything I could to help us get that win. And
now coming up, Fairfield this Saturday, senior day. It's going to be a lot of emotions there. It's a big rivalry game also. Anybody that doesn't know women's lacrosse well enough, Fairfield is enemy number 1. And then we know it's going to be Fairfield next weekend, Friday night, 7 o'clock in the MAC tournament in the quarterfinals, or I'm sorry, the semifinals. How are these two games? How do you strategically manage these two games to be able to prepare yourself to play them 2 weekends in a row?
Yeah, we definitely don't want to put all our cards out on the table playing them Saturday, but we also want to get that win. We're on a 5-game winning streak, so we want to keep that confidence alive, and another win will just help us be more confident into the tournament.
And now, your sophomore year, 2 years ago, my freshman year, the conference tournament hosted by Canisius. How does it feel, the last MAC conference tournament that you'll play in is going to be at Canisius? How is that going to contribute to kind of, how you want to go out?
Yeah, there is no better way to go out than playing in front of your friends, family, other students here at this school. It's a really special thing. We did it 2 years ago, and to do it again will be something special.
All right, thank you very much, Maria. Congratulations on being named our Female Athlete of the Year. And when we come back, we'll have Rox back at the desk, John Langley and Alex Beelman in the Studio B. Stay right there, everybody. And we're back once again at Hashtag Griff Sports. We're at the desk, but we're going to send it over to Studio B, where we've brought in men's basketball beat reporter for the Griffin, John Langley, and men's hockey beat reporter for the Griffin, Alex Bielman, and they're going to debate our male athlete of the year. Alex Bielman, you get the first word.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that Billy Barron is the easy choice for male athlete of the year. But, John, I'll give you something to chew on. Think about Kyle Gibbons. Probably the offensive MVP of the Canisius hockey team. 15 goals, shared the team lead there. 8 power play goals, had the team lead, and was tied for, I believe, 8th in the nation for power play goals.
Well, it's the easy choice because it is the choice. Billy Barron is by far the male athlete of the year, and I'm going to tell you why. Ken Palm Stats, Advanced Statistics, ranked him the #1 player in the country. Offensively, all-around player, #1. That's above the big names at Duke, North Carolina. He was one of the best players in the nation flat out. Over 24 points per game, over 5 assists per game. He was on the boards. He was what made the Canisius basketball team go. If he didn't have a good game, they didn't win. They needed him. I'm not saying the hockey team didn't need Kyle Gibbons, but which team could win more games without their player? Basketball team needed Billy Barron.
Well, John, to that point, if Billy Barron ever went cold, the team was done. He didn't. If he wasn't contributing offensively, the team didn't win. Whereas when Kyle wasn't contributing offensively or he was in a slump, he could still contribute defensively and in the neutral zone, and the team could still find success.
That is a very, very good point, and I get that. But where did Billy Barron contribute when he wasn't scoring points? Assists. He made the team around him better. He contributed to Zach Lewis's development. Chris Perez, he got him the ball. He helped Dom Rainey. He helped Jordan Heath. He helped Chris Manhertz. So just to trump your argument there, Billy Barron did make the team around him better, and that team is not the same without him. Think about it. Next year, that team's probably not going to be remotely the same without Billy Barron. Can Canisius hockey still win next year without Kyle Gibbons? Absolutely.
And that may be true, but I don't think, well, I shouldn't say I don't think, because I do think they will have offensive game breakers. But Kyle Gibbons was one of the best offensive players since Corey Conacher left. He came very close to breaking his all-time goals record and his all-time points record. He had 130 points in 152 career games. That's, for college hockey, that's pretty gosh darn impressive right there.
Billy Barron scored over 1,000 points in 2 years. I rest my case.
All right, I suppose we'll leave it at that. We'll throw it back to you at the desk then, or are we going to commercial?
We're gonna come back here, and you know, you guys both make, oh, that's incredible. You guys both make very one sec. You guys both make some great arguments, and I can tell you, you know, from experience, I obviously know Kyle Gibbons, what a force he's been for the Griffs hockey team his 4 years here. He's been an incredible, really a team changer. He has a championship, which Billy Barron does not. However, that championship did not come this season, though he did bring his team back to the championship game. Billy Barron, just in general, he was stellar this year. I mean, he was everything that the Griffs basketball team needed him to be, and more. You know, 4th in the nation in points is pretty big. So, and Rox, what do you think?
I'll have to say Billy Barron as well. Just statistically, I don't know. I think, sorry to say, John Langley. Alex, but I will have to agree with you on all points. I think Billy Barron takes it.
And as I was recently reminded by our friend Kyle Ferrara backstage there, that Kyle Gibbons, his name is Kyle, and he's from Cleveland, which is similar to our friend Kyle Ferrara, who's also from Cleveland and named Kyle. And I think this is very difficult. The Ken Palm stats threw me over the edge, and I'm going to have to go with Billy Barron, but I think it would only be fair if we had co-athletes of the year. So I'm going to officially name that the hashtag Griff Sports Players of the Year, Male Athlete Players of the Year, are Kyle Gibbons and Billy Barron. And I know CJ Gates and Kyle Ferrara are peeing themselves backstage because they're upset, but I think that they both deserve it. Both did phenomenal things for both programs. So congratulations to Kyle Gibbons and Billy Barron. We're going to go to commercial, and when we come back, we will talk about Chris Manhertz very quickly about his little bit with the Bills, and then we are going to wrap it up for this year at Hashtag Griff Sports. Stay right there.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
So we are back here at Hashtag Griff Sports, and Rox, let's talk about the manliest man on campus, Chris Manhertz. And man is in his name. So Chris was invited for a tryout with the Buffalo Bills. He worked out yesterday, and you know they're working him out for a tight end. He's 6'6", 235 pounds. So you know from a football standpoint, that's a big dude, anyways. But you know, what do you think? If you played you played volleyball your entire life. If somebody said, "Hey, we want you to come play basketball in the WNBA," you know, how would you adjust to that?
Well, I think he's very blessed and fortunate to have been, I guess, recognized for being such an athlete that they think he could be so versatile as to switch sports. I would probably be pretty excited. I don't know. I feel like if given the opportunity, kind of why not? You've already, had a pretty successful, excuse me, college career with basketball. So, I mean, if the opportunity is there, I probably would take it.
Yeah, and I spoke with Chris a couple of days ago, and I said to Chris, I posed the question. Of course, I said, assuming things go well, that would be great for you to make the Bills team. And then I did mention, I said, if this doesn't work out, what are you going to do? He goes, I got basketball. He's like, I was like, so you heard from him? He's like, yeah, I'll figure something out. He's very laid back, I was very impressed that he's, basketball's is his fallback, which, you know what, my fallback is going to be, high school baseball coach. It's not a great fallback. He's got a pretty good one. But I mean, it's pretty cool. I think just in general for our a student and an athlete, a basketball player to be trying out for such a hometown, team so close to home.
Definitely humbling, as if he needs it. He's already humble enough, but it's exciting.
All right. Well, Rox, you got anything else for us?
Yeah, actually I do. I would just like to say thank you to all the viewers and to Hashtag Griff Sports for taking me on board this year. It was a short ride, but it was very sweet, and I really enjoyed it.
That's interesting, because what's that? Do you got, okay. So, Rox, we actually have a little something for you. We went out and we said, Rox did such a nice job this year. We were really happy to have her. And so we got you a little gift, and since you're no longer an athlete, you can accept it. So
okay,
that is
open
for
this
you.
I
think, it's not inappropriate.
Hey, a gift certificate for either Kohl's, Brennan's, or can we get a zoom in on that? Maybe?
No, probably not. No,
probably not, but Blue Monk. Awesome, you guys, this is so sweet. Thank you so much.
Yeah, all right. So this is the last one of the year. So for everyone here at Hashtag Griff Sports, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook. I'm Joe Rutigliano. Until next year,
Go Griffs.